Good morning to everyone out there watching this video. It is Thursday, September 9th. We just got into the studio. It's around 9 something. All we have left for Unit 10 is a keys playing assignment. Really, my primary focus is getting the beginning of the week vlog up. I allowed myself to work on music pretty much all week as well, so we didn't edit any of that. But there's some super valuable information regarding contracts and mixing in there, so go take a look at the beginning of the week vlog. Our Wednesday vlog segment is one of my favorites. I've got a couple ideas for videos since I'm not really going to be vlogging all that much on my break coming up, I think from the 18th to the 4th, but I'm definitely still going to be putting out videos. And I think one of the videos I'm going to do is like going over the entire online portal and how we do homework, because Icon actually has a brand new online portal. There's a few ex-students who have a couple videos out, but nothing from the new course, which started, I think, fall 2020. Little things like that, kind of branching out from the vlog and doing kind of, quote, real YouTube videos. We've got an absolute ton going on right now. I don't know, I'm just so excited. Like, I can feel things working for me in the background. Like, I just continue to do my work, and there are a whole bunch of different situations that are unfolding behind the scenes that I am super excited about. You know, this is what it's all about, right? It's all about putting in the work and seeing these things unfold. This hard work is going somewhere, probably somewhere that I can't even foresee right now. Like, my vision for the future is actually really narrow-minded, when if I just allow myself to continue to work hard, stay open, seek as many opportunities as I can, the future waiting for me is far beyond my comprehension today, right now, as you watch this video. So that's my little declaration. You know, don't let life, don't let circumstances and other people get you down. Like, you know, I've shared a lot of my struggle on this vlog. We just got to keep going. It's all going to be worth it. All right, let's get this keys assignment done. Let's work on some music, and let's have a great freaking day. Good morning to you on this Friday, September 10th. This is the second to last week before finals. We are nearing the end of level 4. We've been absolutely dominating the back half of level 4, mastering music business, some ear training stuff in there. I'm not sure, but I am anticipating quite a big project next week. Probably going to be an entire mixing project that we've never seen. Plus, we're going to have to master the track too. Who knows, maybe they'll get us to master like 2 or 3 tracks. Like, I don't know what is to come, but I'm anticipating a big final checkpoint week. I'm feeling good today. We've been able to work on a lot of music. Like, honestly, I just think I'm making better use of my time right now, and it's allowing me to work on tons of music. So many remixes on the go right now. And I don't know if I told you my hot tip yet. I actually do about 90% all an original track for my remixes. Most of my remixes are vocal tracks, so that's pretty well what is from the original track. Most of the time it's the same chord progression, but I'll kind of do my own lead melody, or if it's like a more bass kind of house track, then a lot of the times I'll take the bass line melody and I'll turn that into a lead melody and then just really enhance it. The best part about doing that is if I don't win the remix contest, well, guess what? I stripped the vocal out, maybe change a few things up that only worked with the vocal, and then boom, I have a brand new original track. I have done this many times, and some of my best tracks actually started out as remixes. So if you're ever stuck for inspiration or ideas, just do a remix, find a track you're inspired by, and just give her. You can't copyright a chord progression, and you can't copyright a melody. Otherwise, there'd be like 15 tracks in the world. I'm always super inspired by vocal tracks. I pretty much make an entire track as if like I was the one who received that vocal track and like what I would do with that. And yeah, even in the Deadmau5 masterclass, that's what he says he does for remixes. All right, you know what? We're gonna get to work. We got a keys lesson to do. We gotta work on some music. Welcome back to the Friday Fireside Chat. Let's wind down from the week by taking a nice deep breath. In, hold, and out. That's much better. This week, we're going over a very useful skill, transcribing music, in particular, bass lines. Now, I don't know about you, but I do a lot of remix contests. I think it's a great way to practice. It's a great way to have deadlines to finish music. The trouble with some of these remix contests is that sometimes they're only delivering the audio file and I actually don't know what the progression of the track is. I don't know what notes are coming in where. So I've got 3 very useful tricks to figure this out. Some of these are maybe a little more obvious, but others I think are going to really help you out. First up is using that audio to your advantage. In Ableton Live, there's a very handy convert to Midi function that I'm going to show you. Here we've dragged in the bass notes from the original track right here. Let's listen to that. All we have to do in Ableton, highlight a section here, right click, consolidate. That removes it from this huge audio file and we only have this one section playing the progression. So if we look at this file, it's absolutely massive. If we look at this file, it's just that. We're going to need to do this because we are going to convert this to Midi and we don't need it to do the entire thing because the bass just plays the same notes over and over. So let's go in here, right click, and there's a few different options here. Slice to new Midi track, we don't want that. That's just going to slice this actual audio into chunks. Slice harmony to new Midi. Now this is better for chords and things like that. Convert melody to new Midi. Now this is your lead melodies, your bass notes, and then convert drums to new Midi track. Well, this will actually insert a drum rack and try to mimic whatever drums you're converting. We'll get to this one in a future fireside chat. For now, we want to convert melody to new Midi track. And there it is. Let's open that up, we'll solo that out, and let's take a listen. Let's listen to that back with the original and see if Ableton got the notes right. To my ear, it sounds spot on. So now we come in here and we can see the progression is A, B flat, C, and D. So just like that, we can now take this progression and start building our track with it. What a great trick that is, hey? I don't think many people are using that option, but I personally use it all the time. All right, the second one, this one's a little more obvious, but it still takes a bit of time and skill to transcribe the melody, and that is if the remix is already released, well, go and look it up on Beatport, Google blankety blank track plus key plus BPM, and Google should give you that information. Sometimes there's conflicting information, so you do have to trust your ears in the end, but I found Beatport to be the most reliable. So here we are, we've looked the track up on Beatport. It says it is in the key of D minor. That's another way to find out what the key of the remix is when they only give you audio stems. So we know that this is in the key of D minor. Let's go down to our piano here and let's listen to the bass again. Let's listen to the first note. Let's hit D on the piano. Well, that does not sound right. So what are the notes in D minor? Here are the notes in D minor scale. D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, and D. So we can deduce by the fact that there are only 7 keys in this scale that these bass notes are hitting one of those 7 keys. It's a bit of a tedious task, but this is what ear training is all about. So we can go to this first note here, and we can start hitting a few of the different keys to try and figure out what note this actually is. We'll go an octave lower. It sounds like it's that A key. So then you go to the next. Remember, it's only out of 7 keys. We've just narrowed one down, so now we're down to 6. Let's check this one out. So logically, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 notes up or down from the first note in this progression. So let's try the next one, which is B flat. Another way to look at it is listen to the bass line. How does it flow? Is it ascending? Is it descending? Is it going up, down, up, down? Let's take another listen. That seems to completely ascend. So now we can go back to our keyboard. Okay, not only did we just find the second key, but we started to transcribe the actual pattern of the bass note there. This essentially is what transcribing a melody is. As you can see, using your ears, going to the keyboard, utilizing different resources, this is really, really great training for any music producer or musician. A little difficult trying to find the keys that match with those tones. But technically, in that key, there's only 7 notes, so it shouldn't take all that long. And last but not least, using a program like Mixed In Key. Mixed In Key is a tool that I use to do harmonic DJ mixing from one track to another and making sure that I'm mixing in key so there's no clashing, because it just sounds really, really bad on the ears when you're mixing 2 songs that are opposite keys. So if you're really confused, or maybe the track's not released yet and all you have is the stems and you don't have the full song, you can throw all the stems in there and Mixed In Key will tell you what key it's in. So let's say the remix you're doing isn't out yet. It's a huge remix opportunity and you don't want to be going back and forth, bugging the artist or their management. You need to figure this out on your own. So a tool like Mixed In Key is really, really helpful for that. So here are all the stems from the song that we have been listening to. Let's drag them all in here. Boom. Mixed In Key is going to analyze them all and it's going to give me a bunch of different information. Key result, tempo, energy, all that kind of stuff. And now we're going to pull up our handy dandy Camelot key mixing wheel. This is basically the circle of fifths. So this is the Camelot key, which helps you in harmonic mixing to DJ, but obviously this is giving me the accompanying key to go with that. Okay, things are starting to pop up here. So we have 7A, 7A, 4A for the drums, interesting. M1, I think this is an organ, 7A. And so we can deduce over here that this track, especially if the acapella and the bass line says it's in this specific key, well, as we know from the previous 2 steps, D minor checks out. Now what you would do is go back to step 2, know all your D minor notes, and then start your transcribing. Well, how about that? 3 useful tips for transcribing music for remixing. Since I remix so often, these are kind of my go-to tips to understanding and breaking down the track that I'm remixing. Starting off with finding what the bass notes are. Essentially, you then have the root note of each chord in the progression for that song. So from there, you can start to put everything together. Apart from the progression and a vocal, I really like to get in there and try and be as original as possible. All right, I hope you learned something. That is it for the Friday Fireside Chat today. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, September 11th. We just got to the studio, and as you can see, Serum, Dune, Serum and Dune at the same time. What do we got going on today? Well, I've decided that I am going to do the biggest sound effects, sound design Saturday that I've ever done. I might even pull up Silent and start trying to do some effects stuff in there too. I don't know about you, but for whatever reason, for the longest time, effects were annoying me. A lot of it has to do with kind of leaving that crucial step too far towards the end and kind of already being 50 to 75% done the mixing process and then just kind of putting it off. Where I've learned more recently, a much smoother workflow involves putting the effects in right before I arrange the track or immediately after I arrange the track. For me, I can't put it off. It throws me off and then the vibe of the track starts to dwindle. So, having the awareness of my workflow and ensuring that the big checkpoints are checked off as I go, well, that's what's going to help me to make music more efficiently, I think what I'm going to do is line the effects up like left to right and just let it play, and you'll be able to hear everything that I do. But yeah, let's get to work, and I'm excited to show you what I come up with. Welcome back to Sound Design Saturday. And here we go. We popped off today. Not only did we sound design on Serum and Dune, but we decided to pull up Silent and Spire as well. I don't know if this is going to be boring, because it's just going to be listening to a whole bunch of somewhat similar sweep effects, but I'm going to go through them quickly and just kind of show you the differences between each synth. Okay, here we are in Ableton. Let's start with my Serum effects. Let's go. Dune effects. Silent effects. Spire effects. And here are some of the main effects I made for my most recent track. And there you have it. This is super exciting for me. This is the start of me building my own preset packs, my own sample packs. And one of my big goals, as you know, is to partner with a sample company and officially release my own packs. Ever since this whole sound design thing clicked for me in level 3 at Icon, this has become one of my big goals. As a music producer, selling samples and presets can turn out to be quite a lucrative little endeavor. So we continue our sound design journey. We're going to get all of those sounds bounced down to audio and saved in my own little Elated Sweeps pack. If you want, we got our Discord link right down below. Pop into my Discord, say hi, and we'll send you this effects pack. All right, that is it for Sound Design Saturday. We are heading into the final week of level 4. We'll see you then.